Hi friends, Alice in Wonderland here, and welcome to my channel. I am the self-proclaimed priestess of Wonderland, and what that means is I basically try to create my own world to be the change that I want to see in the world and to live the life of my imagination and dreams. I do that through exploring tarot and oracle, natural healing, Reiki, crystal, and energy healing, self-care practices, and one of my biggest self-care practices is journaling. And recently I noticed that I was coming to the end of one of my journals and needed to get a new one. So in today's video, I am going to share with you just a small, quick and easy little practice that I like to do every time I start a new journal. So usually I kind of purchase a new journal far in advance. Like if I come across one that's on sale, especially like after the school season, you'll find some on clearance. And just if one really draws my attention, there's so many beautiful planners out there, I go ahead and purchase it. This is a journal that I purchased from Michael's. It was on clearance. It's just their regular old Artist Loft bullet journal, and as you can see, I decorated it. We actually did this live on stream. We covered it with, the outside was a bag from Barnes & Noble that I've been saving, and it has the white rabbit on it from Alice in Wonderland. I've been saving it for years, and I was so happy to finally use it. It comes with the bookmarks, and yeah, it's really nice, and it was like $5. So the reason I purchase it far in advance is so that enough time will go by that I forget. Anything that you are using for your highest good, for a magical practice or a spiritual practice, I recommend cleansing and clearing it. No matter if it's brand new, no matter if it's used, I always recommend using some sort of cleansing technique. I'm using smoke cleanse here. You could place it on a selenite crystal on some sort of charging plate if you have one. But smoke cleansing is quick and easy, and you're able to get into all of those nooks and crannies where energy might get stuck. And this way you're also cleansing yourself so that you are an open and clear channel before you start writing. And this is a practice that I call love letters to myself. And basically I just pick random pages throughout the journal and write letters of encouragement to myself so that whenever I start using the planner and I get to those specific pages, no matter how I'm feeling, I'm always uplifted. And it's words that's coming from myself, but a lot of times once I get into that flow of automatic writing, I do believe that it is channeled from maybe my spirit guides or my higher self. So these are really totally positive messages that you're meant to hear for your highest good. Get cozy and comfortable with this practice. You might want to make a cup of tea or whatever your favorite beverage is. Put on some comfortable clothing, set up your space. You can see I've lit candles here, and I've got minimal lighting, so I find that having dim lighting, even though it's not good for your eyes, it just kind of helps you get into this meditative space almost, so that you're allowing things to just flow and come to you, and you're not letting your mind get in the way. You might even want to meditate beforehand so that you are kind of grounded and centered, and so that things are coming straight from your heart and not letting your negative thoughts or anxious thoughts get into your way. It's really interesting, the things that will come through and flow through. This particular page that I'm writing was on the first page. So like I said, if you buy a journal way far in advance and do this practice, you're able to write on the first page so that when you first go to use it, it's there for you, and it's this letter of encouragement and love. However, if you are purchasing a journal not far in advance, I recommend doing it on random pages. But if you purchase it far in advance, you can take up that first page because it'll be a while before you see it. Another practice that I like to do is I usually always do on my birthday a tarot reading for the year. And then I print them out onto a piece of paper, like the whole spread, and I place it into my journal, and that way I'm always reminded of it when that time of when the card for that particular month shows up in my life. I'm able to refer back to it easily, so I put that in the front of my journal as well. And then I grab my planner, which you can see I do have the planner in front of me as well, and I mark those dates and times of years so that I'm reminded to, hey, go check out this tarot spread that you did on your birthday. And the reason I'm mentioning that here is because a lot of you who have purchased your Just a Phase planner also purchased a birthday moon reading. So this is a really wonderful practice to do with your planner when you're setting up your planner for the beginning of the year as well, to mark off those specific dates so that you're reminded, hey, let's check in with this tarot spread and get connected and in alignment with that. It's just another way to go within and to be reminded, because once the new year starts going, you kind of forget to come back to these practices that really pull you back to yourself. And like I said at the beginning of this video, journaling is a huge part of that for me, as well as the tarot practice. And the tarot practice and the journaling practice pretty much goes hand in hand. And then I try to bring that into my planning with my planner as well. So after I've kind of done a longer message to myself, I then kind of flip through just random pages and start to write different words of encouragement. You could do affirmations. You could even pull oracle cards or tarot cards and write that message there. You can Google search affirmations and write them in there. This is just, I'm pretty sure they even have some journals that have affirmations on the pages, but this is just something so that when I randomly get to it, it's going to be a word of encouragement. And a lot of times, most of the time, all of the time, it is exactly what I needed to hear, especially because a lot of times we go to our journal when something's weighing heavy on our hearts, or something's bothering us, or we're trying to find some clarity, solve a problem, or just get our feelings out. Because usually we do go to our journal during those times, it's nice to have a magical word or phrase from yourself to yourself, because I think it feels more real and more personal. And this is something that I've been doing for a while, and it really does make a difference. And since I was getting ready to start a new journal recently, I thought it would be nice to share. So, what do you think of the cozy love letters to yourself? What is your regular journaling practice? Let me know in the comments how you set up your journal when you get a new journal. Or let me know in the comments if you are interested in trying this love letters to yourself practice. This is also something that you can do with a new planner at the beginning of the year. So if you have ordered your copy of the Just a Phase Moon Planner and you're anxious to get started with it, then maybe pick random pages and random dates and write yourself a little love note. If you haven't purchased your Just a Phase Moon Planner, then there is going to be a print-on-demand option released on November 23rd, so stay tuned so that you can get yourself a copy and write some love letters to yourself while following the moon. We have a cat in front of us interrupting us today. What are you doing? Excuse me, madam.